We're going to talk to Massachusetts in a minute. We're speaking to two Montrealers, or former Montrealers, but our first phone call this morning is to an NDG native who 10 years ago moved to New York, specifically to Park Slope in Brooklyn. Aaron Chase joins us live on the phone this morning. Aaron, good morning.
Morning, Mike. How are you?
I'm well, thanks. Listen, what's going on outside your window?
There's not a lot of activity. Usually it's quite busy, although I do see, I see a van spinning out right before my eyes. But he regained control. There's one or two cars. I see a plow. I just saw a police van with lights flashing go by. But there's not a lot of snow. It's basically a kind of ordinary winter day for Montrealers. I can see a couple cars below my window, and if they were your car, you could just drive it out. They're not particularly buried or anything like that.
How much snow would you say is on the ground?
I would say we got about 10 centimeters.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
maybe even less.
Possibly less. And is it snowing right now?
There's some snow in the air. I wouldn't really say it's snowing. It's kind of swirling snow.
So as a native Montrealer, how have you reacted to the build-up to this? And the mayor was saying expect a storm worse than any in memory.
Well, I reacted really more like a New Yorker, I think. In the last 3 years, we've had a couple of similar warnings. One for Irene, which turned out to be a bust like this, but one for Sandy, which turned out to be the real deal. So I think, reacting to that experience, I really didn't know what to expect. But I kind of was banking on the fact that it would not be an utter snowpocalypse as people predicted, and I think I came out on the winning side of that bet.
Did you go out to the shops to make sure you had what you needed if you were stuck?
I did. I went out to the shops yesterday and the day before just to stock up on canned chili and whatnot. And there was concern among the shoppers. I would say the store shelves were on the bearer side, and there were long lines, which is exactly what happened before Hurricane Irene and Hurricane Sandy as well.
Look, it's not over yet. You still have quite a few hours left, and you may well get more snow. But do you think that the authorities overreacted?
They certainly overreacted. There's no question about it. I mean, I don't see how. I don't think that this storm really merited any reaction whatsoever, any preparation from what I can see. I mean, this is just. It was just a little bit of a snowfall, really. I mean, it wasn't. This wouldn't qualify as a snowstorm or a blizzard, as they call them down here. Just a regular snowfall.
Maybe New York is setting itself up to be the Toronto of the United States, and
yes, I'm sure that's their aspiration down here. Yeah.
No, but you know what I mean, because Toronto gets ribbed.
They do tend to overreact.
For that sort of thing.
I can see it. I can understand why, because there's so much infrastructure here, especially with the public transportation, and everybody relies on public transportation. And if the authorities make the wrong call, then millions of people can be stranded. But I'm not quite sure what's worse, overreacting or underreacting.
Schools are closed for today and tomorrow. Is the subway back up, and are you allowed to drive your car on the street again?
I'm not sure if you're allowed to. Some people are. There aren't a lot of private cars on the road, but I've seen a few. I heard that you were risking arrest if you were going to do that, but I guess one or two people are doing that. I don't think the subway is running because there's an entrance right below my building. I haven't seen anybody go into or come out of it, so it looks like that's still offline.
At least they didn't call in the Army. Aaron Chase in Brooklyn on Park Slope in Brooklyn. Thanks for talking to us. Appreciate it.
My pleasure, Mike.
And enjoy the snow day.